Good morning, amazing people. Good morning, parents. Good morning, caregivers. Good morning, guardians. Good morning, friends. My name is Susan Ebosem, and I started a series on understanding autism. In the last video, I said I was going to talk about behaviors that our children of determination have, and I'm going to actually do a post where I'll outline some certain behaviors, and this is just to talk about why these behaviors happen. So in that post I said, why do I tiptoe, why do I scream, why do I run back and forth? Why do I jump? Why do I scream? Why do I make loud noises? And when you see the video, you understand. Now I'm just going to take a few of them and kind of explain. So when a child on the spectrum, especially those that are non-verbal on the spectrum, when they scream or make loud noises, it indicates different things. So I said you have to, as a parent, you have to be very observant, very vigilant, and watch every emotion of your child, every move of your child, because number one, children on the spectrum, you have to watch them 24/7. Just the way you watch little children, when they're quiet, they're probably doing something. This one, you have to watch 24/7. Whether they're doing something or doing nothing, watch. Your eyes has to be on them all the time, because you need to know what they are doing. A lot of them have no sense of danger because they don't understand the things that they are doing, or they're trying to figure out why they have to do this. That's why you as a parent have to watch them 24/7 to guide them and stop them when they do something that is wrong. So you have to be vigilant and watch them all the time. So now for the non-verbals that scream a lot and don't talk and make loud noises. Now there's some certain noises that they will make to indicate their wants or needs. So you will need to understand each noise that they make, each sound that they make, or when they cry, what do they really want? Those that are non-verbal may not be able to point. They may not be able to point. But the common attributes about them is they would always take your hands. So for the non-verbal, they'll always take your hands, pull your hands. They'll pull your hand to the spot where they need something, but they will not be able to point, or they will not be able to point your hands. They may just kind of pull you to the place, where they need that particular thing, or where that thing is, and expect you to figure it out. They may be looking at the cupboard where so many snacks are, but they cannot point to tell you, oh, this is what I want. So you have to always give them a choice. It's very important to give them a choice. Bring out everything, line up everything for them, and then give them that choice. What do you want? Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want a snack? Do you want a biscuit? And if you have flashcards and you use flashcards, you show them the flashcards, and then they pick up from the choices that you have given to them what they want. Because like I said, they will pull you to where they need that thing, or where they see the thing, because they will not be able to take it.
Okay, so as I said in my last, in my continuation of the video, that the children on the spectrum will pull you to the item that they want. They'll not be able to point at it, but they will look at it and expect you to figure it out and give them a choice. And then screaming, shouting, and humming, they are kind of self-stimulation. So what do I mean by stimulation? Humming is like a vocal stimulation, especially when they're humming a nursery rhyme that they like, a song that they like. When they hum, it is a vocal stimulation. And then when they repeat words after you, the words you say they repeat back to you, is a verbal stimulation. So the verbal stimulation are for those that can talk, but they don't really know how to form a sentence for themselves. So they just, repeat the same words that you have said back to you, because they haven't really known how to, form their own sentences and have their own conversations. And then for jumping and flapping of fingers, flapping of hands, it's a coping mechanism for children on the spectrum. It's a personal coping mechanism that they use to cope with overstimulation, stress, anxiety, kind of when excited about baby cartoon that they're watching or anything that they've seen and making them so happy, they would flap their hands and jump and scream, or when they're upset about something, or when you haven't given the child a choice and then the child needs something, needs to get her something, and what you're getting is not what he wants. He's upset already and he starts to. So why do children under the spectrum get upset easily, get angry, and why do they have meltdowns? When they're trying to pass a message, especially those that are non-verbal, they're trying to pass a message or express how they feel about something, maybe a movie a cartoon that they're watching, or maybe when they're hungry and they can't really express it to you, or you're not getting what the feeling is for, and you're not being able to provide what they want. They get very upset, they get very angry, because at that moment they need something and you're not getting it at the time. You don't know what they need, you're not reading their feeling, and they're expecting you to read, to understand what they want at the time and provide it. And when you're not providing it, they cry. When you're not providing it, they get angry. And when you're not providing it, they have a meltdown. Now, when a child has a meltdown, you need to find out what was the cause of the meltdown. What was the trigger? There will always be a trigger to a meltdown. So you need to find out what was the trigger to the meltdown. And then number 2, when you know what the trigger is, you give that child, okay, how do I avoid the meltdown some other time? And then what methods did I use when the child had a meltdown? How did I control it? How did I stop it? And how did I make him or her much better? So these are the things we need to figure out, and then learn, study the child, and also teach the child, especially when the child is hungry, the child, since they. Another thing that can make children under the spectrum get angry easily, upset, is when there is a change of routine. So in every home, we have our methods of how we run our homes, and how the children, the timing of how events play out, and that is for the children on the spectrum, it's completely different, because whatever you start with them, for them you have created a routine. They know that, at 7 a.m. I have when I wake up, and when I wake up I have my breakfast first, and when I have my breakfast first, or maybe I brush before my breakfast, or I have my breakfast before I brush, or I have a shower first, and when I'm having my shower, I brush my teeth first before having a shower. And then after that, I wear my clothes, and then I go downstairs for breakfast. I'm just giving you an instance. A situation where you all of a sudden change the routine without prompting the child or letting the child know upfront that this is what you want to do. You are creating a problem and confusion for that child. For instance, when the child wakes up in the morning, the child goes for a shower first, and then the next day the child just realizes that, mommy is not taking me for a shower. she's saying I should go downstairs and have my breakfast, and then the child doesn't want to respond because that's what she does. That's not what she knows happens. You've already disrupted the routine, you've broken the routine, and then he or she starts getting frustrated, like, what's going on? Mommy is not even telling me why did mommy change my routine? What's going on? For those that are So it's very important that we follow the routine of the child, and we don't just disrupt the routine or change. You must always inform beforehand if you're going to have a change in the routine, and prep the child, let the child know that there's going to be a change in routine, so you don't have a meltdown or you don't have any anger or frustration issues. Its routine works very well with children under the spectrum. It's very important that we kind of create a routine for them. That's like a guide for them to, plan their day and plan their daily life. It really helps them because they get frustrated when different things just come up at different times, and because their brains are wired differently, they may not be able to organize their thoughts and plan. There are a lot to talk about when it comes to the spectrum, but I'm just going to pick it gradually. Thank you.